Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, so let's get to it. The very first thing I want to talk about is a new project that is currently in the works called Mesozoic Life, and their very first figure is actually going to be a Spinosaurus, and you can see the Spinosaurus right here. It looks incredible. Easily one of the single most beautiful Spinosaurus figures I have ever seen. I don't have too much information at this time as far as price points or anything honestly related to it. I don't know for sure if it'll come with a base or anything. All I really have are these images of this and the name of the company. I do fully intend on finding out more information in the immediate future, and I will include that in upcoming news videos to give you guys a little bit more info on the figure and the company itself. I really am quite excited about this and definitely want to see this line succeed, as this Spinosaurus alone looks absolutely incredible. So once I do acquire more information on the company and the figure itself, maybe a timeline of when it might be released, I will let you guys know in an upcoming news video. Then I have a brand new Musee figure coming out, and it is actually the baby Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it actually looks extremely cool. I do believe that as of right now, with everything going on currently when it comes to the coronavirus and all the issues happening currently in the world, there is only going to be the one paint scheme, the middle paint scheme of this image, along with the raw kit available. The other two paint schemes may be available in the future. As of right now, the raw kit is $50 and the fully painted version is $70, and that is excluding shipping. The estimated date to release is around June. If you would like to pick these up, I will include a link to the Dinosaur Dark Room where you can contact them to purchase these, place an order, and get yourself these incredibly awesome looking baby Tyrannosaurus figures from Musee. Then we also have a few new images from Favorite Company of another upcoming figure coming out, and you can see clearly what species it is by the images here, and honestly I think it looks really nice for the most part as far as the sculpt goes, but I'm not a huge fan of the paint application in general. I think the paint scheme looks nice, but it's nothing overly flashy, and honestly I don't know how much I like it on the figure. I don't know how natural it really looks, but I think that the sculpt overall does look really quite nice, and I'll still be intrigued to see the final product when it does officially release. I don't believe there is any word yet on when this figure will arrive, along with the Diplodocus that we also have seen recently, but I am quite excited for when they do officially come out. I'll definitely be trying to get a hold of them to review for you guys here on the channel. Then we have another look at the upcoming wild Past Pterosaur, and you can also see a silhouette of a dinosaur there in the background, which I do believe it has been confirmed to be Gigantosaurus. I don't know for sure if the two figures will be coming in the same set. I do believe the intentions initially were for the pterosaur to be a little extra with the Gigantosaurus, sort of like the Protoceratops had a nest included with it, but I don't know for sure if that is still the plan. However, I do still really think that the pterosaur itself looks incredible, and I am so psyched about the future of the Wild Past line. It continues to grow with more and more teases of upcoming figures, and each one looking even more beautiful than the last. I can't wait for the next Wild Past figure to be released. I'm not positive if it'll be the Gigantosaurus or not. I know that was the initial plan. I'm pretty sure now it's the Tethyschadros, which would be the next one coming out, but I could be wrong. Regardless, I am psyched beyond belief for everything coming out of Wild Past. Then as far as Dans Dinosaurs goes, we have a new kit coming out from them. It is an Argentinosaurus versus a Maposaurus. It is available in 1/35th scale or 1/72nd scale, and it can also be purchased as a resin kit or the fully finished model. Again, pretty much everything you find at Dans Dinosaurs is always beautiful, and this kit is absolutely no exception. An incredible scene taken straight out of history and brought to life here in resin kit form, and it is just beautiful beyond belief. So if you would like to pick this up or inquire further about price points for this resin kit, I will include a link in the description to Dans Dinosaurs where you can contact them and purchase this beautiful resin kit. And then as far as W Dragon goes, they have officially teased us with an image of another upcoming figure, and as you can see by this image here, it is going to be a Brachiosaurus. And what a beautiful looking Brachiosaurus it is, beyond sculpted to the max, just like you always find when it comes to a W Dragon release. And I am really excited to see a herbivore coming from the W Dragon line, as that's not something that you see very often, and I am so psyched that it is a Brachiosaurus. As of right now, we only have this image kind of teasing us for it, but once fully painted images become available, I will be sure to send them your way in an upcoming video. I also have something interesting as far as Papo goes. There is currently a petition going around in an attempt to change the pose of the Giganotosaurus, as many people are unhappy with it. They have now created a petition. Quite a few people have signed, and it is still up and running. If you are interested, you can go ahead, head down to the description. I will include a link to the petition where you can sign it if you are in fact interested in doing that. This was brought to my attention by the Bermuda303 on Instagram and mentioned that I should probably tell people about it. So if you guys are interested, again, you can find a link in the description to the petition. I don't know entirely if that will actually change anything. I'm pretty sure Papo is probably set in their ways, and at this point it's probably in production, so I really don't see anything changing with it, but you can always take a chance and sign it if you'd like. And then when it comes to I-Toy, it looks as though this year we'll be getting our very first I-Toy hatchling, and it is going to be a Spinosaurus, or at least that's what this appears to be, and it looks extremely, extremely cool. I-Toy has been releasing quite a bit of teasers lately of upcoming figures, but we have yet to actually have a release from them in quite a little while, so I'm not positive what figure will be coming next in their line, but whatever it is, with all the teasers that we've seen, I am very excited for it. Hopefully, as far as I'm concerned, it'll be that Carnotaurus because, you know, it's my favorite dinosaur, but this Spinosaurus looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see this in person. Then as far as Candid Sculpts goes, we have a new look at a few different upcoming resin kits from Candid Sculpts. The very first one is the Utah Ceratops and the current progress on that kit. As per usual, it looks incredible. I think Candid Sculpts really excels when it comes to ceratopsians, and you can tell as they do have quite a few of those, but yet again another absolutely beautiful resin kit in progress. And then they are also going to be sculpting a Bistahieversur, which is a really cool figure to see being produced, something you don't see get figures or resin kits too often, a really cool species that again has just been overlooked time and time again, and although we only have this little bit of progress to look at right now, I'm sure it'll be incredible like everything else from Candid Sculpts. And now as far as Rebor goes, and we can kind of take these with a grain of salt at this point, as I don't know for sure how much validity there is in them, as these were released on April Fools, and Rebor does tend to troll us on April Fools, but they have introduced a Rebor Oddity Specimen G 2016 Dormant Embryo 1:1 scale replica, which clearly appears to be a Godzilla embryo. According to Rebor, the pre-orders will actually be beginning this coming week, but this is again also assuming this is a legit release, although honestly it looks incredible, but I personally don't know for sure how real it is, but it definitely is something that I personally would buy if it were real. And then the second release that they teased us with, and this is the one that personally I'm leaning toward being an April Fool's joke, is the Rebor Club Selection Extinction limited edition statue. And although it looks absolutely ridiculous, at the same it honestly does look really awesome, and I think a lot of people would actually like to own something like this. I personally don't think this is a real release coming from Rebor, but at the same time, it is really, really cool, even if it is completely ridiculous. But I did want to make you guys aware of these, just in case for some crazy reason they do actually end up getting released and they weren't April Fool's jokes. But again, I don't know entirely for sure which is the case. And then in the final thing I have, it's from Nanmu. We get a look at both versions of the painted Apatosaurus, and you can see as far as the Apatosaurus goes, we do have one that is painted in very similar Jurassic World style coloration, and we also have a somewhat browner version, kind of I think the version we had seen previously, which actually has a very similar paint scheme to the alternate version of the Spinosaurus that they had released. Both are incredible, and both are actually extremely large, much larger than I expected them to be, but they are very, very big and absolutely incredibly well painted. I do believe the Tyrannosaurus Rex will be going up for pre-order before the Apatosaurus does, so we have a little ways to go when it comes to getting this Apatosaurus, but it looks incredible already. And then the very last thing I have from Nanmu is actually images of their Tyrannosaurus head busts. We know that they do usually release busts with each of their figures, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex is no different. They look incredible as far as the paint and sculpt work goes. Really, really beautiful busts continuously from the Nanmu line. Personally, I don't own any, unfortunately, as they're really kind of complicated to find at times. You don't see them on eBay very often, or even AliExpress, aside from the Indominus. But these busts look absolutely beautiful. The paintwork and the sculpt work on them looks exactly like the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the JP films. I wish we would have had a little bit of a resculpted neck for the male version, but it is what it is. I'm really excited to see the actual professional images done from Nanmu of the actual full-bodied version of the Rexes, but if the paint on those looks like this, I am going to be one happy camper. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. No Mattel news or anything this time, but hopefully next time we'll have a little bit more coming from Mattel. But regardless, when more news does come out, I will be sure to let you guys know. So make sure you like, comment, and definitely hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified of any future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.